In this tutorial, I'll be showing you how to implement smooth scroll into your website. So it's a very simple transition. All it does is when you click onto a link, it passes you onto a separate part of the page, like so. So if I click section 1, it takes me down to section 1 in a smooth manner. Then go back up to the top, section 2, it takes me to section 2, and so on and so forth. Now basic HTML already has a similar feature implemented. When you click onto a tag, it can take you onto the part of the page, but it doesn't have a transition in there. So meaning when you go down to the bottom of the page, you kind of lose your orientation, or you don't know where you came from or how to get back to where you were. So what we'll do is put in the transition to make it smooth, going from one process to another. So to do this, all I'll show you is what I've created so far. So I've got a simple HTML document set up inside Dreamweaver. So all it consists of is a link from our style sheet at the moment, my main body, it then moves onto my navigation bar, and then from my navigation bar I've set up some separate div classes. So I've got a div class here containing some lorem ipsum and so on and so forth, exactly the same. So what we need to do now is create our links. So now, if you get to the point where you want your links to be initiated, actually at your link all you need to do is, for instance, type in a hash. And that hashtag is a defined symbol inside HTML which links to a separate part of the page. So now, if I want to create an anchor point to that link for section 1, all I do is go into this section, which I'm going to make section 1, and create an A tag. The A tag is simply going to be A, name equals, and then the name of the section. So I've named this section here, the height for the link, section 1, so simply section 1, and make sure you use the same caps lock sensitivity, and we can just close it off, and that creates the anchor point. So to demonstrate that, I'll show you how it works now. Here's my file location. So if I click on section 1, it takes me straight to it, but as you can see, you have no sort of idea of how you got there. You kind of lose your orientation and don't know how to get back to where you were. So what we need to do is implement smooth scrolling. So what we're going to do now is go and add the same anchor point to each different section I've got. So I'll go to my section 2, or what I'm going to make section 2. And there we go. So I've created a hyperlink for section 1, section 2 and section 3, and I've gone and added the anchor points within those sections. So I first showed you that one, I've done the same for section 2 and section 3, just as the following. So now we've done that, we need to head over to a website and actually download a JavaScript file which simulates the smooth transition from section to section. So if you head over to this website and click onto here, I'll highlight it so you can see it slightly easier. The creator of the website's included the zip file for you to download the JavaScript file, and also the jQuery you'll need as well. So first, let's go ahead and get the jQuery. So on section number 3, all we need to do is copy this line of code just here. Copy, head back over to HTML document, and the bottom of your body, or in relation to your page, make sure you're placing it at the bottom. So necessarily either in the body, but at the bottom of the page, and that's it. Control S and save it, or Command S depending if you're on OS X. And that's the jQuery placed in. So if we go back to the web page, we need to download the zip file. So click on the link just here, save file, OK, head to downloads, open it up, and it's this file here we need, the JavaScript file. So if you right click it, cut, then go to your root folder, and inside your root folder you should already have these different folders set up, meaning CSS, JS, and well, that is meant to be images. Let me just change that quickly. And inside the JS folder, what you do is paste it. Since I already got it, it's replacing it, but you will simply paste it in, and that's it. And there we go, we've got a smooth scroll put into our root folder. Now we just need to link it to our HTML web page. So go back into HTML and simply script source equals, let's go JS smooth scroll. Then we can just close it off and save it, and there we go. That's linked in our new JavaScript file. So to actually call the smooth scroll, the JavaScript file has it embedded. Well, to call the file, all we do is type in class smooth scroll, simple as that. So for example, we go back to our hyperlink and then simply type in inside the actual bracket there, class equals smooth scroll. Oops. You also need to make sure you're including quotation marks, otherwise it won't work. There we go, and you can go ahead and copy that same line and paste it into the other sections you created to initiate smooth scroll with them as well. Then hit Command or Control S to save the document. As you can see, mine's redlined because I duplicated that line twice. Go ahead and delete that and save it again. There we go. So now our smooth scroll should be working. We've included the JavaScript file and we linked it up through our HTML. The last stage we can do is add the back to top feature. So all this does is exactly the same as we've done here. Is once we go down to a certain section, it gives the user the ability to pop up to the back, that will pop up to the top of the page. So to do this, what we do at the top is create an anchor point. So at the top I'm going to make an anchor point being a name equals, oops, I'm going to call it top and then close it off. There we go, so I've created the anchor point. So now we've created an anchor point, what we wanted to go and do is include our links to move to the anchor point. So exactly the same as we did earlier. What we do is open up an A tag, type in href equals, followed by hash, and then top. And close off the commas, and then class equals, exactly the same, it's going to reference smooth scroll. Great, and then in this next part here, when we type in between these two brackets here, will simply be visible for the user and actually represent the hyperlink itself or the link. So when the user clicks on these words, which I'll type into this next section, that'll move them to the top. So to represent that, make it nice and obvious and intuitive what it's going to do, back to the top, go back to top, and Control S and save it. There we go. Just copy that line of code, and add it to the other two sections as well. There we go, and save. Great, and let's see if it works. Just go to our root folder, double click on the file, so it's section 1, that's working so far, then back to the top, and it's working, and the smooth scroll animation. And there you have it. That's how you implement smooth scroll into your HTML website. I hope you've been as thorough as possible and explained everything you need. Great, until next time.